I don't think any like amount of preparation that I could have possibly done would have ever prepared me for this. The first expo day I ever did, I hated that so much. I did not like presenting. And now I feel like I don't want this one to end. 3 years. 3 years is all you get from middle school. That's enough time for a tree to grow, for a whole species to go extinct, for buildings to collapse. 3 years is a long time. And yet these 3 years felt so fast. Like, it's funny. When I got here, I was scared of the idea of meeting new people and going to present for expo days. I still am now. I'm mortified being up here. If he was here right now, 6th grade me, and he was standing right here, he'd probably say, "What are you doing?" I remember the moment I fell in love with this school was when I hopped to my first ever meeting, my first stand-up. I was instantly thrown into this like amazing world of like love, curiosity, and like learning. I was so fascinated by how similar these kids were to me. I met some friends, and the rest of the year played out with me being fascinated by these kids, just being so interested by how they acted. I would say, I'm gonna be like them every night. We fast forward, and now it's the start of 7th grade. I had a bunch of confidence, and this is the year that my transformation from a 6th grader to an 8th grader would begin. I would try to act more mature, to almost force myself to grow up. And that just ended up as me looking all dorky. 7th grade was when I became very acquainted with the way the school works. I was also a validation-hungry monster, but that's besides the point. That year, I met a bunch of cool people who showed me this amazing world of art and made me feel like I belonged somewhere. Stuck with me through thick and thin. My 6th grade self saying, "I'm gonna be like them," was satisfied. I also got into the habit of doing expo days. I dreaded every second having you watch me get pinned on this Zoom meeting, unmute, and deliver the most unprepared speech of all time. And the work was probably the most confusing thing I'd ever seen. They wanted us to get out of our seats and move around, I used to think. My old school never let me do that. And it was true. You got out of your seat once in my old school, the teacher would give you an F. Maybe not that extreme, but it definitely felt that way to my little self. And now I'm here. I'm just looking back and my heart's pounding and I'm just here wondering, why did this go by so fast? And the truth is, it didn't. It never did. The year went by 1 day, 1 hour, 1 minute at a time. What we do is we don't pay attention. We sit and stay glued to our lives, obsessed with these things we're chasing, whether it's a feeling or a person or a literal thing. So I encourage you, take a moment, just look around yourself now. Everything around you is here, and it's here now. So embrace that. Take a mental screenshot just right now. Just be in the now, the moment. Otherwise, you're going to zoom past life and not savor the moment. The challenges were hard, the moments were fun, and no matter where I was, how horrible it felt, how wild the work was, I was always fine. I would always get it done. I used to think only certain people could be a genius before I went into this school, and only certain people could be good at things. Well, it is true, not everyone is destined to be a great artist or a great genius, but a great artist can come from anywhere. And as I read these final words of my script, I just want to say, Cindy, Gwen, you guys genuinely have been probably the greatest teachers I've ever had in my life. Ever. I'm truly grateful for everything you've given me. This life, these last 3 years have been the greatest 3 years of my life. And you know what? This next chapter is going to be wild. It is going to be a very scary time for me. But I know, because of this school, that I have a bunch of people who love me and are there to support me through this. So, you know what? Thanks, Prisma.